Alright, so above water, your body position is pretty good, and your extension, especially with your right arm, is good. Your left arm is not really extending fully. Your arm sort of remains bent when you enter the water. So with that left arm, you can improve the extension or your forward reach. When you're turning to breathe, you can see how it sort of puts a hitch in your stroke where your head really turns a lot. So when you do that, two things happen. It creates a little more drag just by not being quite as streamlined, were you to just turn your head slightly to breathe, and it will drop your hips a bit, which will also create extra drag. Kick is fine. Yeah, so the two main things going on above water would be less movement with your head to breathe. See, now you're really kind of going up and down there. And work on your extension, again, especially with your left arm. When you turn to breathe, the kind of thought you want to have is just turn in enough to get your mouth out of the water. You can really create a little bit of a pocket by turning your head back slightly. And what you're doing now is lifting your entire face out of the water to get the breath, which is extra motion. So from this angle, what I'm looking at is streamline. So your streamline's pretty good, except you can see how your head is low there, and then it goes higher, and then low, and then higher. So that's the main thing. It's causing a bit of a rocking in your torso and your hips. So reducing the head motion is going to help with your streamline, which will make you faster strictly by being more hydrodynamic in the water. When you extend forward, you don't have to extend directly in front of your head. You can extend in front of your shoulder. That may help a little bit, so you can just keep your arm in front of your shoulder. So underwater, that left arm is the big problem. That left arm is getting very little to no grip on the water. It's slipping through the water, or elbow slip. Your right arm is better. Your right arm is doing what I call a straight arm pull, which is a more powerful way of swimming. The issue with a straight arm pull is that the first third of that stroke really doesn't propel you forward so much. It just moves your body up. The next 2/3 do move you forward. With the right arm, some things I notice with the hand is that sometimes your hand is pivoting to the side. So your hand needs to stay parallel to the back of the pool so that you're getting leverage on the water. If your hand slips or turns, then your hand will slip through the water, not getting grab. The left arm is all elbow slipping, meaning you're leading the stroke with your elbow.
Extending forward quickly. That looks a lot better. And you're pushing all the way through, I could see.
So here, I think we had you working on reaching forward, and then you're doing a better job of finishing the stroke, like I was saying on the deck there. You can see above water that your left arm is still slipping through the water. Alright, and this is the tech paddle. So for you, anytime I say drills, this is something you can do. This drill, catch-up drill, one-arm drill are the main ones that you'd want to do. The tech paddle tries to force you into a good catch position as well as possible. So here your good extension again, you can see both arms extending pretty fully, and a little bit of a reduction in the head movement when you're turning to breathe. So those are both improvements. Left arm still slipping. You can see, if you can see the forearm from above water, then you know you're not getting traction or grip or leverage on the water. So that's what I'm looking at. You want that hand and forearm to...
You should feel it every stroke, you know, feel that strain every stroke.
You want that hand and forearm to go vertical, meaning your elbow pops up, hand and forearm are vertical relative to the bottom of the pool. Alright, and there's some screenshots here at the end, freeze frames, so you can see what's going on with your underwater stroke. So extending forward could be a little better with that left, and then you start rotating down, and then elbow starts leading back. So you see that angle of the forearm? That's not getting really any grip on the water there. So when you're swimming like this, you're basically swimming using all right arm to move forward. You're getting just a little bit of motion from your legs, very little pull from your arm there. That's the main thing. If you can fix that, you're gonna improve your time quite a bit. Right arm, good, better extension. You can see it's reaching more forward, and then arm stays in one line relative from the side. So that's a straight arm pull. So that first third, you're not getting too much forward pull, but now it's the hand and forearm are in the position where you can get grip on the water and you start to push yourself forward. And then here you can see the hand is rotated. So that, if you fix that as well, that's going to increase your strength.